Hey guys, we're here for a new episode of the show that is yet to be named. Today we're doing our top three, or not top three, sorry, just three storylines for DC that we want to see from the comic books to the screen, whether it be TV or movies. That's fine. Um, so I got JD here, JohnnyDonuts 777 on the YouTube. I have Puttyman here, Puttyman on the YouTube. Wait, is your main channel just called Putty?
It's called Putty, but I have another channel called Puttyman. So it's Putty.
Hey, he's got a lot of channels. Just go subscribe to all of them. Okay, so we'll start this off with JD. Give us a story that you want. Talk about it if you want to.
Teen Titans, the Judas Contract.
We kind of got that.
But I would like to see like a live action one. Like incorporate the Judas Contract into the Titans TV series.
Ooh.
All right.
Okay.
I've always liked that storyline. That is one of the best, one of Perez's best.
It's probably the best Teen Titans story that there is.
Yeah. I think it'll translate well onto like live action.
All right. Putty, you want to give us one?
Yeah, I'm going to give you the one that was more personal to me. And this is actually a combination, but I'm going to go ahead and give the name, and that's Lobos Blood Brawl. It's going to be a combination of both. It's basically going to be Lobos. I would love for them to introduce Lobo, do an origin story where he literally kills off his whole species, leaving him to be the only one. And then while he's in some kind of local bar, he here's the hush about, oh, this new guy, Lobo, you think he could take on Superman? We make a bet. And then he literally takes that bet and goes to fight Superman and brings Lobo to Earth. Putting those together and making it into one movie to introduce Lobo, I think would be phenomenal. It'd be a great way to introduce Lobo and to show his humorous side, his weird side, and at the same time show how much strength he has when he fights Superman. You know what I mean? And I think it's a perfect way to introduce the character in the cinematic world and be a cohesive story that'd be fun, because then you get to see him traversing the world in his motorcycle and things of that nature. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's a perfect example of how Lobo can be introduced. So that's what.
And who would you get to play Lobo?
Oh, we already have a list for that one if you guys want to see it, but I will go ahead and tell you now. It would be Tom Hardy, ladies and gentlemen.
That's a good choice. Okay, so I'll just throw one of mine out there. Animal Man, the new 52 run, Jeff Lemire. It's one of the best things I've ever read in my life. It's so out of the box. It's nothing like anything that DC was making in the new 52 run. And I would want Ewan McGregor. Spoiler alert for another video. And the girl from Ghostbusters, I don't remember her name, McKenna Grace, I think it is. I want her as the daughter. And
fan casting, we're making another film.
I just said the hell with it. We're going all the way. And I think that storyline, especially with the type of computer graphics we have nowadays, could work so well, because it's almost like, in terms of like the way that it feels and looks, is like Stranger Thingsy, like going to the upside down, and it's really gory. And I feel like you could do this as a movie or a show. I mean, as a show, it'll probably work out better, because just this run alone, you could get like 2 or 3 seasons out of it. With him discovering it. And I won't go too deep into spoilers for the comic, but it's great comic.
There you go.
I go.
Yeah.
Mine. Okay. Mine. I got another one. It's probably one of the best Batman stories there ever is, and that's the Court of Owls.
Yeah.
I would love to see the Court of Owls. Going back, this is something I totally missed when we did the fan casting one, on a spoiler alert. But think about it. You take Robert Pattinson's Batman and take Jensen Ackles as Talon.
Yeah, and I just talking about Jensen Ackles too, but then
like let's go, just make the movie.
Like, think about it, Pattinson's Batman, like, because like it'll work out so well, and we finally got that role for Ackles that'll probably be perfect for him. Like,
just make the movie.
Yeah, like we need a Court of Owls. Whether it's like, I just want Court of Owls. Please give me more Court of Owls. It's probably Snyder's best work,
not
Scott.
Yeah.
Sorry, let's clear that up. It's probably Scott Snyder's best work.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, arguable. Go ahead, sir.
Okay.
Go ahead. Yeah.
No, sorry, I didn't know if we're okay. Anyways,
No.
now I know they made this into an animated movie, but I really want to see this live action. And based off of them doing Watchmen and how they did that old time look to it, I feel like they can do a great job nowadays. And that's the new frontier. I mean, I really want to see that live action. Like I feel like because we can pull off the whole old look, and we've gotten that like we've gotten there. But since DC's so good at doing stuff like the Joker, you know what I mean? They know how to get that. That's the one thing they're good at, is those time frames when it comes to their movies. And like, why haven't they said, you know what, we need to make a new frontier? But I guess you got to cast all these superheroes. It's a lot, you know what I mean? But still, if they could dream cast it and they did it visually, it'd be amazing. I think New Frontier would be just a visual spectacle if they could pull it off.
Okay, so I had to completely change on the fly because JD picked what I wanted, and that's the one I couldn't remember if it was Court of Owls, City of Owls, but I know that's just the Owl storyline. So I'm going to combat that with what I think is Scott Snyder's best work, and that's Batman Black Mirror. And in this one, I want Jensen Ackles to play Batman as older Dick Grayson, who's replacing Batman because Batman has died.
Yes.
I'm just.
Oh my God! Yes, that's part 2, the sequel.
The sequel.
We're going all out with this one.
You just like listening to you say that completely inspired me to change my. Well, I had to change my choice, I guess, but I think it worked out perfectly because Black Mirror is such a, or is it the Black Mirror, right?
The Black Mirror, yeah.
And no one knows Batman's dead yet, and Dick is covering up. Only a few people know that it's him. And I think it would work so well because he's trying to keep Batman incorporated all together around the world. Well, no one knows where Batman is. He's actually traveling through time in the worst comic ever made, and I wish I didn't spend money on it. He's a pirate and a caveman.
Yep.
And it sucks. Anyways, Scott Snyder. Excellent.
Yeah.
Batman
let's give a round of applause to Scott Snyder, what he's done for Batman. Okay. Mine, it's going to be a 4-season series. The first 2 seasons are going to be Darkest Night, and the second 2 are Brightest Day.
Okay. Like that, but yeah.
Do we get Black Ring Batman?
We have to.
Okay.
We have to.
Then I'll take it.
We have to.
Okay. Oh, that's dope. That's a really good idea.
I mean, as bad as the Ryan Reynolds film was, Green Lantern has always, the effects, let's just go that way. But Green Lantern has always been one of my favorite characters. Everybody says, oh, Batman, Superman. Green Lantern does not get enough love. And I've always loved Green Lantern storylines. I've always loved Green Lantern and the Flash together. They've always worked so well together. And the fact that we have not seen that on the big screen yet is a crime. And I think Blackest Night, Brightest Day, Darkest Night, Brightest Day, I think that would work. You can bring in what's his name from the Flash TV series even and get him to star as the Flash in this. It was
Kevin Smith.
Yeah, right. He'll probably direct it, right? I would love to see a 4 or 5 season run. Do the first 2, maybe 2.5 seasons with this 3rd season mid-season finale as the end of Darkest Night, and then start the second half of the 3rd season with Brightest Day. And
you've inspired me for an idea for another one already. Putty, let's go. What do you got there?
So here's the thing. I actually switched out. I did these in ordered numbers, and I was doing the big stories everyone would expect. That's the reason why New Frontier still stayed on my list. This one was on my mentions, but went back on my list just because I want to see the story, and that's Harley Quinn's Mad Love. I know they kind of did that with Birds of Prey, but it was horrible. It was a bad show in my eyes. And I know that's based off the animated series, but I just love the way they did Mad Love and the way it looks, everything. But I want them to recast Harley Quinn, honestly. Margot Robbie says she's done with it. And I feel like Mad Love would be an introduction that would really help out her. It's not really an introduction, but, a way for her to again, I feel like Mad Love should have been done. And it really wasn't. So it's one of those things that would never happen. But again, this is one of those things we want to be made into movies. And so that's the reason why I decided to throw that and then change my list just because I love that one.
Hey.
So there you go.
Well, I'm going to continue on with my list if I can find out where I put it. Actually, I want, and ties all in again, Booster Gold, the New 52 run, specifically the 2 volumes that are Jeff Johns. Before it switched to what's the guy's name that wrote Death of Superman?
Oh, I don't remember who wrote it.
Forgot his name.
Yeah. Anyways, irrelevant. But the Jeff Johns run, with him trying to be a real hero, and the Blue Beetle situation that's happening. I believe it. I think he's died at this point. I don't remember 1,000%. Very well put together comic. Zac Efron as Booster Gold. Do it as a TV show. You have on a real network, like, or a real thing like Netflix, where you're going to get the budget to make the futuristic city, because you could show him in the future, you could show him in now, and I think that really works because it adds a Star Warsy, Blade Runner-y aspect to it, as well as giving you the DC aspect, and I think it has so many variables that are good in Booster Gold. With it's kind of sci-fi, it's kind of superhero-y, it's kind of funny, and I think it would work, especially now that you're seeing Peacemaker work. In terms of popularity. I think that it's time to introduce like some big dog characters, because like Peacemaker's a nobody. If you start throwing Booster Gold around, people are going to get excited.
Well, yeah, that's the reason why when we're talking about the whole Lobos situation as well. And see, the thing is, I love how other podcasts. This is the first time a lot of our podcasts have influenced the other podcasts, to be honest with you. But which is funny because I heard the Booster Gold. But yeah, that's the reason why I thought the whole Lobo thing too was Peacemaker, was because Peacemaker is one of those characters that wasn't even made by DC, was literally bought from another company, then was a no-name character that no one knew. I knew Peacemaker existed, but I had no idea about him until this movie. And heck, even the show, there's a lot of things that have no connection to the comic books. There's so many things that they've changed from it. But that is actually a good thing, because I feel like it's something DC needs to do, and James Gunn's in the right path. So if they can do that as well with stuff like Lobo or these characters like Booster Gold, no one knows them. Give them that proper introduction that is going to be, don't hold back. If you have to read R about it, do it. And James Gunn is perfect for that.
Okay, so I have a question, just based off nothing, and I don't want to get into a deep discussion, but Suicide Squad, are we all on the same page that it's a good movie?
Yeah.
Good movie, yeah.
It's okay, so there's a guy
Suicide Squad.
I know, and I'm fully calling you out. He says that Peacemaker is 100 times better than Suicide Squad, and Suicide Squad was garbage. And I'm like, okay, so we can't talk anymore.
No, wait. You're talking. Well, first off, let's clarify, because it is, there's Suicide Squad and the Suicide Squad.
It's the James Gunn one.
Yeah,
James,
of course.
yeah.
I want to make sure to clarify that when people are
if
listening.
You said the other one was good, I'd have Stern talking
yeah,
to.
Right. Yeah.
But
the only
okay,
thing
so
that was good about that was introducing Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn. That was the only thing good about that movie. Only thing good.
And but I want to clarify this for what you said as well. She made statements like Tom Holland did, where she wants to be the character forever. She's just said right now she doesn't want to make any more Harley Quinn movies. They need a breather between the next movie,
I agree,
and what's coming. She's not leaving the role. So anyways, you said you had a couple extra ones, so I'll let you go because he gave me a good idea for another one. I'm thinking you do the storyline from the X-Men cartoon, not fully all the way into Age of Apocalypse, but just like the future as it is now with Bishop as the main character. And you do it you do it as a TV show. Well, not a TV show, but like, you know what I mean? Like a Disney Plus show. And you let Kevin Smith direct the whole show and have full creative power over the show. Because I want Kevin Smith to do a superhero thing, and I want him to not just be directing episodes of Supergirl. I want him to be all the way in the show, writing, producing, directing, and I think that's a small enough property that they wouldn't be scared to give it to him, and it's a chance for him to make his comeback as the director that we know. And with Coleman Domingo as the main character, I think it would be great.
Yeah. That would really, really work.
And Putty, it would give Putty two things he wants: X-Men and Kevin Smith.
And Kevin Smith,
Right.
and
And-
basically, Putty would be in heaven, and that would be the one show that everyone would be like, okay, we got to see Putty's reaction on that one.
Yeah, I really think that would work. I would have said
Yeah.
do a Green Lantern show and give Kevin Smith full power, but I like your idea so much that I don't want to interrupt that. I just leave that alone.
Now,
Or do individual things, right? Like do a Green Lantern show where each season is a different Green Lantern.
Yep, a different lantern.
Yeah.
So you could have Guy Gardner, you could have Kyle Rayner, you could do like all of them. What's the girl's name? The new Green Lantern?
oh, I forgot her name.
I forgot her name too. And then there's the guy too. The guy is really the new guy is pretty good too. Crap. I don't know. I don't remember anybody's name.
But then you go into Sinestro Court War. Sinestro Court War.
You got the red lantern.
Yeah.
Thing, and you got all these lanterns. You can go into story.
You can make a Star Wars-esque TV universe just on Green Lantern.
Yeah,
on
all the Lantern Corps.
Yeah.
Because they're all separate. You could do a Red Lantern season. You could do a Yellow Lantern season.
Orange.
And then have it. Yeah,
so many.
They're all doing their own things in the comics, right? Like there's so much depth to that. Where like Batman, Superman, obviously there's things going on, but most of it's focused around the main group.
I just thought, like, can you imagine you do a couple, like 2 seasons focus on 2 lanterns, 2 seasons focus on another 2 lanterns, and it all culminates into Darkest Night.
Yeah,
exactly. Yep.
Oh, that would be so good.
And it wouldn't be hard. Like nowadays with the special effects we have, and
what they're doing with Mando and stuff, you could easily apply that to.
Yep.
Mind you, I really don't like the scenes in Boba Fett when it's nighttime. It really stands out that there's a screen behind it.
Yeah, I know. And I what it is you know that's because they're using the screens. But I mean, again, I'm able to ignore it enough. But yeah, I saw it a few times. I'm like, oh, you can tell that.
It's mostly in the beginning when he's with the sand people.
The sand people, yeah, exactly. So yeah.
Can I throw one out there? It's not DC. It's an independent comic, but I think it would make a great TV show. May I?
Yeah.
Has anybody ever read Southern Bastards?
No, but I know what it is.
I think Southern Bastards would make a great TV show. And it's a more gritty. I would say a more gritty, like a Friday Night Lights kind of thing.
Isn't it from the same people who did not Chew? There was a comic about like
it's Jason Aaron.
Vampires came out around that. I think it's from the same publishers. I mean,
Jason Aaron and Jason Latour.
Jason Aaron is pretty fantastic. His run on Thor is
that's him. Yeah. So I think Southern Bastards would make a great TV series as well. And you want to go sci-fi? It's an independent one too. Sorry, I just want to throw this one out. Saga, I think would make
Saga would be a good TV show.
Yeah, a good sci-fi TV show.
There's too much story and too much going on in Saga for it to be a movie. It would have to be a TV show, in my opinion.
I just wanted to throw those out there because they were like some indie ones.
I'll come up with one more, but Putty, go.
Okay, so this is something a little bit off the of another angle, but if this movie turns out to be good, then I want them to do this. So you know how they're doing the Super Pets movie with Dwayne The Rock Johnson as Crypto and all that. If that pans out and it does really good, I would love for them to continue on that animated road and make Captain Carrot and the Zoo Crew as a animated movie in the DC world. Please tell me that wouldn't work.
That would be
as an animated
that would be
movie,
hilarious.
It's hilarious. Like, and so many kids would just go crazy for like the turtle.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I know by the way, just so before I get like any comments, I know that I said a Marvel property. Okay. I fully am aware that I said I forgot to say that before, but yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah, this is DC properties. If it was Marvel, I definitely have a lot more than Marvel than DC. But like, I still have stuff in DC, but the DC ones are like really big ones, like Crisis on Infinite Earth.
Well,
but the budget you would need for like something like Crisis or even Kingdom Come.
Yeah, that would be dope. But I think we could definitely come back to some of these Marvel ideas and even some of the independent ones. I think because there's a few that I would like. But in just terms of raw DC, I mean. There's a few really good, like low-level storylines you could probably go through, like Red Hood and the Outlaws. I think you could do that, and you could have an older Red Hood, and it could be Jansen Ackles.
There we go.
And, you have him with post-heroin Roy Harper and one-armed Roy Harper. He has one-armed Roy Harper. He's Arsenal.
Roy Harper, yeah.
Did I say Ron?
You said Ray.
Oh, Ray. Okay,
You said
my
Ray
bad.
Harper.
Yeah, and with Starfire, and I mean, you could even use the Starfire we already have. She's pretty good
Yeah,
at Starfire.
She's really good. Yeah.
I think that would work. But yeah, you can't have that Red Hood guy. The one from the Titans. I don't want him.
No.
Yeah, Titan season 3 is not very good.
So I've heard. That's why they need to do the Judas Contract season 4.
I think it has to happen.
Bring back what's his name? S.I. Morales as Deathstroke.
Yeah. Oh, that Deathstroke was really good.
Yeah.
I mean, you could do the Deathstroke storyline from New 52, which is great.
True. Yeah, that's another good one.
That's a perfect for TV thing where it has enough story to have more than one season, and it's pretty deep, like solid story.
Yeah,
good writing.
Yeah, no, S.I. Morales. I still can't get over the fact that was Bob from La Bamba.
Hey, La Bamba was a good movie.
So, right? Why is it always about Richie? What about me?
Was Lou Diamond Phillips in La Bamba?
Yeah, he is Richie Valens.
Oh yeah, there you go. Okay, I'm not very good with things. I don't remember, but anyways, I think that's it. Okay,
go watch La Bamba.
Well, okay, I do want Killing Joke, but I don't think that's ever gonna happen.
No, I'm not allowing that because they screwed up so bad in the animated one. I don't want.
That's what I'm saying. Don't make it. I want a live action one. But I'm getting if they let James Gunn or down the road.
I do not want James Gunn doing anything.
No, I agree. But my point is like with the way Joker went, and now the Suicide Squad and Peacemaker, we are on the road to making a possible the Killing Joke. You know what I mean?
I want to save some of that stuff for when I review Peacemaker, but I think the biggest issue that you have when you let
when
James
you review
Gunn
Peacemaker,
property,
I want to be there.
I'll think about it. Wait, the biggest problem I have when you give James Gunn a project is he's unleashed so many variables now into the DCU with Peacemaker that I'm scared to know what's going to happen because we've introduced so many characters that shouldn't be introduced. And now we've set this precedent for where the DCU has to go because of this.
But here's what I love about James Gunn. He is so good at taking characters that no one knows and making them polarizing characters that might not even be polarizing in the comic books.
But I agree with that, but he shouldn't have took a character like that and used such a world-threatening storyline because now the ramifications of what he's implemented is crazy. Now the whole universe has changed. Imagine if there was nothing in the Marvel universe ever about aliens, and then all of a sudden in one TV show, some guy just brings it up, and now everything has changed.
Yeah, I get that, but I mean, my whole point to the thing is like if you look outside of the butterflies, I'm looking at more of like the whole dynamic with his father. That was never something that character's not even his father in the comic. You know what I mean? Spoiler alert, sorry, but and so that's what made makes it so interesting is. They gave him so much freedom on characters that really don't have a very good backstory and gave it a good backstory. And that's
I'll give you that. And he used the character White Dragon. I know we're getting way off topic here. But if you go into DC encyclopedias, he doesn't even exist. That's how low level of a character he is.
But that's a lot of the characters.
But that's the kind of stuff I give credit to James Gunn for. But Peacemaker has been around forever. I knew who Peacemaker was prior to Suicide Squad. Not a character.
He just wasn't popular though. He was not popular.
I agree.
Well,
originally too, he wasn't even a DC property.
No, but DC did a lot of their things through acquisitions. Like Shazam isn't a DC character.
There's a lot of characters.
Batman and Superman is not a DC character either. It's Action Comics. Only Batman was.
Yeah. But like PC, like even Vigilante is not a DC. I'm pretty sure he was the one that. Wait, there's two characters in the show.
Well, Vigilante in the comics is nothing like how he is in the show.
Oh, I agree. But which one was the one that actually DC? Was it White Dragon or Vigilante? One of those two is not DC and was bought, and then the other one was made by DC. But I can't remember which one.
I think Vigilante. I don't know that deep of lore.
I can't remember now. I know it, but I just can't remember on the top of my head right now.
Okay, anyways, I don't want to go too deep in this. You'll get this in that review. Thank you guys for watching. Let us know a storyline you want if you want in the in the comments. Go ahead and check out their stuff. Subscribe, all right?